Welcome, contagious communicators. If you have not subscribed, I encourage you to do that right now, because this is the YouTube channel where you take your confident communicating self and you level up. Because let's face it, if you communicate your thoughts well, you become more contagious as a business person, as a thought leader, as a partner in a relationship. When you can express yourself more effectively, that makes you contagious. And that is what I want for you all. So I encourage you to subscribe so that you can have all kinds of suggestions as you go about your plan to level up your communication skills. Today I want to talk about something that plagues most people and many people are not aware of. And I like to call them weed words. You may also know them as crutch words or filler words. And I guarantee you have some. That's why they're weeds, though, because they're kind of insidious. They sneak in there where you don't necessarily want them, and then they start to multiply. It's not good. Why is it not good? Because sometimes people will say to me, well, Jan, who cares? Who cares if I say, like, right, okay, pick one. Like, those are the big three. And who cares? Well, I would ask you to pay attention, and maybe you should do this comparison for yourself. Pay attention to someone who uses a lot of filler words, because I know you know some of those people. I'm stereotyping, but they may be teenagers and they may use like a lot. And then pay attention to someone who is quite a clean speaker and doesn't use those filler words. And I'm willing to bet that you feel that the cleaner speaker is more confident, is more sure of the information, is more professional. That elusive word that means a bunch of things to different people. And the reason is because it just feels like the thoughts come more smoothly out of someone's mouth when they're not littered with like, or Now the big question is, of course, how do we get rid of them, Jan? Well, we've talked in the past about beginning strong, about starting strong and not saying at the beginning or so, like and that's a really great start, because it sets the tone in your brain. You remind your brain right off the top that, we don't want to use that word so much. And what happens is you will begin to hear it, whatever it is, say it's in your language as you speak. Now it's quite disrupting at first, because you'll hear like, and you'll sort of feel jolted every time you hear it. Don't worry, that does go away. But I encourage you to begin to pay attention, and you will be shocked, at the very least surprised, at how many of those words litter or infiltrate or pepper, whatever word you want to use, you're speaking. And when you get rid of those things, all of a sudden the message gets smoother and clearer and cleaner. And you, my friends, will become more contagious communicators.